What's up, you guys? It's Nicci, creator of the Glow Code here. And we got to talk, y'all. Now, I know I usually try to come on here and give y'all an inspirational message. I try to come through and give y'all the light, okay? But sometimes the light is heavy. So we got to have a conversation today. So I'm a lawyer in my day job, in my other life. I'm a criminal defense attorney. I used to be a prosecutor. I was an ADA in the Bronx County District Attorney's Office. But now I am a defense attorney. And I'm finding myself seeing a pattern of behavior out here that is not glowing at all. And I think we really need to, as a culture and as a community, address it. So a lot of my clients are male. A lot of them are younger, 20 to 26, 27-ish, they might be out here a little bit, but, deep down, they're good kids. I actually see a lot of them almost like a little cousin or something like that. And I'm seeing a pattern of men who are domestic violence victims, like men who are harassed, men who are threatened, men who are I don't know what the word is for it, browbeaten or taken advantage of, manipulated, often by the women they're either involved with or used to be involved with or got a baby with, and now she's mad because he got a baby by somebody else or he's moved on. He no longer wants her, so now she's showing up to the house with a knife at the door, sending 5,000 texts in one day about what she is and is not going to do to him, making threats. You want to say hi to the people? Come on in. Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, you're too short. Let me bring you up a little bit.
That light's bright.
It is right. Say hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Lincoln.
Okay. The ring light is hurting your eyes? Okay. Well, say bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay. Shut the door on your way out. So I think we need to address the situation of, domestic violence as it pertains to women being violent towards men, because I'm seeing a lot of it. And I don't have children. That's my little cousin. But I do have males in my family that I care about. My cousins, my nephews, I have brothers, uncles. And for those of you who do have sons, my word of wisdom today is the same way that we as a culture and as a community have come to the point where we stress telling our sisters and our daughters, to leave the first time you see a sign of disrespect, the first time you see any indications of someone being physically violent. Now, I don't wait till you get the first, because it don't start there. You got to go when the first time somebody asks you why you wearing something, or tell you not to call your mama, or don't want this person coming over, don't want you being friends with that person no more. When you see those signs, we often tell our daughters and our sisters and the women in our family, leave as soon as you see the first signs. I'm here to say, I think we need to be having that same conversation with our sons and with our brothers and our nephews, because there's some crazy chicks out here, and I'm seeing it on a daily basis. And our nephews, sons, brothers are falling victim to the system and ending up catching cases, not necessarily because of something criminal in nature that they have done, but because they're dealing with a woman who is scorned, a woman who is mad. She's pissed that he's moved on. He's got a new girlfriend, or he showed up to pick up his daughter with a new girlfriend in the car, or whatever the situation may be. And so we're calling the police, we're getting the police involved, and now you're in my office with a case, and now she's putting a PFA on you when she's the one who threatened you with a knife. Okay. So listen, ladies, if you have siblings, you have children, you have nephews, men in your life that you care about, you need to be having this conversation with them. You got to let this chick go as soon as you see the first sign. What are some of the signs? The first time you try to leave a room or you try to leave the house and she stand in front of the door and block and say, you ain't going nowhere. You gonna talk to me. You ain't go. It's time to go. I'm telling you, because a month from now, you'll be in my office paying me a retainer because you got a domestic violence case. It's awful. The first time she get up in your face and get to clapping the hands and putting the fingers in your face and bopping you in your face like that, you got to go. You got to let her go, because it's not going to end well. It's just going to end up in a situation where you got a case. And I'm tired of seeing it. And ladies, the same way we're asking men to hold themselves accountable for their behavior, the same way we're asking men to hold their friends accountable for their behavior, we need to hold ourselves accountable for our behavior. We need to hold our girlfriends, our sisters, our cousins accountable for our behavior as well. If we have friends who are just doing the most, and by the most, I mean not enough, and jumping up in men's face and clapping the hands in men's face and throwing bricks through windows and showing up to doors with knives and refusing to let men see their children just because you mad that he don't want to be with you no more, or calling the police because the custody order says you're supposed to pick him up at 3:00 p.m. and he show up at 3:04, but you calling the police because he showed up at 3:04. Like, it's just super petty. It's vindictive. It's toxic behavior. And, you know, we have to hold ourselves accountable when we're engaging and displaying toxic behavior, the same way we always want to point the finger and say men are doing this and toxic masculinity and men need to stop doing this. Women are doing some very toxic things out here. And I think it's underreported. I know a lot of men who don't, you know, want to get the system involved, so they don't call the police even though their girlfriend done stabbed them in the shoulder. That's not, you know, an out of the ordinary thing. When I was a prosecutor, I would often see men who were literally victims of actual violence who didn't want to press charges. And that doesn't even, you know, take into account the other small things where women slapping men in the face and jumping up in men's face and pushing them and putting hands on them or refusing to let them see their children, and these types of sending harassing text messages multiple times in rapid succession, just texting all day, cussing, fussing, fighting, making threats. A lot of time that goes unreported, but I'm seeing the printouts in my office and it's a problem. So this ain't really a glowing like message, but like I said, sometimes the light is heavy. So talk to your family, talk to your friends, and you men out there, leave as soon as you see the first sign of crazy. But the problem is y'all think crazy is attractive. Y'all like that crazy in the beginning. It's real good to you in the beginning. It's good until it ain't. Okay. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know a crazy chick in your life, and I bet you she got 2, 3, 4 men. I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, it's not cool because you're going to end up with a case. And I would also encourage you to make use of that criminal justice system. When somebody put their hands on you, you can call the police too. You have a child and the mother is not letting you see the child, you can go down there and file a custody complaint too. You ain't got to be sitting around going back and forth, arguing and begging and pleading to see your own child. You can go file for a custody order too. And yes, courts, it's more, I know there was a time when maybe women had kind of a leg up in the system, but I don't believe that it is that way anymore. If you got your receipts, you can show you got your checkbook, you can show the bills that you pay and the money that you put out for your child and the calls that you've made and the text messages that you've made and all the times that you showed up to pick up the child. And then miraculously, when you show up there, somehow the child is off with their aunt and not where they're supposed to be for you to pick them up. Keep your receipts, keep your documentation, get you a dossier together, learn what you can from James Comey, get you a little dossier of memos together to prove to the court what you've done, the tactics that you've taken to try to be in your child's life. Have some evidence so that it's not just a he say, she say. Have some documentation to back up what you're saying, and you have just a good a chance as winning as anybody else. It's not necessarily skewed toward the woman. So go down there and file your paperwork if you're having issues with a crazy woman who don't want to let you see your kid. Now, this isn't intended as specific legal advice. This is just in general. The system is there for men too. You pay taxes and that money is for the court system, so you can make use of it too. It's not intended as the personal service of any particular person or group. Okay, so if somebody putting their hands on you, somebody calling you 5,000 times in a day, threatening you, somebody's not letting you see your kid, somebody is going to the kitchen to get knives, pointing knives at you because they mad, it's not okay. And women, we need to fix our behavior as well, because it's not okay. That's not becoming of a lady. It's not legal. And it's not helpful. It's not effective. Like, you think you pulling a knife on somebody's gonna make them want you or love you or change their behavior? No. So I know this is a little out of the ordinary. It's not what I typically talk about, but yeah, women, we have to do better. Men, protect yourselves. Leave at the first sign of crazy. And that's Nicci, and I'm out. Peace. Know the code, live the code, light the world. Bye.